Hey everybody, this is Josh. Welcome to Game 6 in a best of 7 series being played between coL.CatZ. He is our yellow Zerg here at the top. Oh, what's happening? Perfect lag. Okay, anyway, CatZ is our yellow player up here in the top right of MLG. Xel'Naga Caverns back. Whoa, perfect lagging again. Hopefully that's not me. Perfect down in the bottom left as our green Protoss. He is the challenger this week against coL.CatZ. Perfect says graphics card overheat. That's okay. Anyway, just letting him know pausing is fine. It's okay. We don't want his graphics card to actually melt because he's playing a best of 7 series. But here we go. coL.CatZ, top right, yellow Zerg, Xel'Naga Caverns, RGN.Perfect. He is our green Protoss down in the bottom left corner. If you don't know what you're watching still, this is the V Week 20, hosted by coL.CatZ Gaming at coL.CatZgaming.com. Sponsored by Creative Sound Blaster, PNY, and CupadUSA.com. I am Josh Sub, aka AskJoshy on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.com/AskJoshy. Please check out my channel after the live cast today. Do a lot of behind-the-scenes coverage and stuff at live events, things like that. But anyway, Game 6, CatZ already with a 3-2 lead. He could win the whole thing here and remain the champion of the V. RGN.Perfect, of course, wants to be the champion himself, but he's going to need to win 2 games straight if he wants to do that. But, dun 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 dun, what will happen? RGN.Perfect, that last game, teched in several different directions. He had Dark Templar, High Templar, Immortals. Didn't see any Colossi that time, but that unit composition looked so good. The only problem with it was the fact that CatZ had Infestors, burrowed Infestors, attacking every single area possible. Fungal growth, neural parasite, infested Terrans. Every single spell that the Infestor has is absolutely crazy. Those High Templar were dropping storms and feedbacks left and right, but it still was not enough to combat the high Infestor count of coL.CatZ. So let's see if he sticks to what works, or if Perfect will try something new and crazy, maybe some sort of air-based strategy. If he does some quick air, it can be difficult for Zerg to get up to Infestors fast enough to deal with it. So we'll just watch this unfold. CatZ is getting his first extractor. He's got his natural hatchery coming up. Xel'Naga Caverns is a map that's been in the 1v1 ladder map pool ever since the game released. It actually was a new map out of the beta for retail, but it's been in the 1v1 ladder map absolutely forever. These guys have had to have played hundreds of games on this map. It is basically the most standard you can get, so both of these guys should have basically their strategies pretty much pounded out by this point. Makes me wonder if they're going to be doing standard play or trying something a little more interesting. I have seen something interesting out of some Protoss players recently on this map. Warp Prisms are starting to make a sort of appearance. They can be hard to deal with if you manage to sneak one into a Zerg player's base. They sometimes aren't really able to deal with it unless they've got really good creep spread. Once a Zerg gets onto like 4 bases or even 5 bases all the way over here to the left side of the map, Warp Prisms can really make life pretty difficult for you. But of course the same can be said about loading up overlords and stuff like that. We'll see if either player starts to use some drops. Neither player has done it yet in this series, but you never know. Perfect going up to 3 gateways pretty quickly makes me think, oh, there's that 4th gate. Perfect banking it all on a 4 gate. We did see a 4 gate with a Nexus on one of the games, but I wonder if he's going to be saving all those minerals for a Nexus or if he's just going to try and do a huge attack. He is banking some minerals right now, so it could happen. He's been building a Nexus pretty quickly every single time, so he's never really focused on that super early game. CatZ, basically, this allows him plenty of time to get that second hatch up, get Zergling speed ready to go, get that Roach Horn. It looks like an Overlord was just toasted inside of RGN's base, RGN.Perfect's base, so that's good. He is banking lots and lots of minerals, but has not built a Nexus yet, so perhaps he'll be stringing some pylons along the way instead of getting that Nexus up. He's got this pylon on the low ground. Might be a sort of a diversion, make CatZ think that perhaps he's going to be expanding here soon. This heavy sentry count, also a pretty telltale sign that your opponent's going to be dropping that Nexus, but the Ling gets in here, doesn't see a Nexus, doesn't even actually see the sentry, so if he was trying to set up a feint, I'm not sure how well it actually worked out. He is starting to get these pylons around, and Zergling speed is finished. He's going to run right past that pylon. Oh no, Perfect. If you are gambling on deception play with that pylon on the low ground and high sentry count, it might not actually work out. Spinecrawler going down, lots of speedlings being created, another pylon being morphed right here. Or warped in, excuse me, not morphed. And, ooh, one on the low ground. This could be interesting here soon. If he does manage to get a unit on the high ground, he can warp in right inside of CatZ base. There are a few roaches and lings already prepared. That Spinecrawler's not going to get a chance to finish. Another Overlord goes down. Those Overlords are crucial targets here for Perfect to attack. Oh no, CatZ, he saw basically what was happening, but I don't think he may actually not have enough units to be able to defend it anyway. 6 sentries here, still with lots of energy, lots and lots of zealots being uncontested here. 7 zealots hacking this hatchery into tiny little pieces. 12 Zerglings and 3 roaches in production, as well as these 2 Spinecrawlers in the back. CatZ trying to huddle back against the cliff there as long as he possibly can. These sentries still have lots of energy though for force fields and even Guardian Shield if necessary, but another pylon being thrown down. There's still no unit on the high ground. Looks like that pylon was dispatched earlier. The Spinecrawler is actually finished. The Queen gets chopped into tiny little pieces by these hand blades of the Zealots, and this is looking pretty bad for CatZ. 55 supply for Perfect against only 36 for CatZ. Even though he's had time to actually recognize what was happening, he just did not have enough units on hand to be able to defend it. Perfect, I think, is going to be able to roll right through here, still killing off Overlords. That's not just minerals and time, it's also larva that CatZ has to dedicate towards rebuilding those Overlords, and this huge sentry count basically is what sealed the deal here for Perfect. I did see AskLav use this same strategy against lots of Zerg opponents and MLGs, and when he was our champion for the V a long time ago. This heavy sentry count 4-gate attack on Xel'Naga Caverns is what helped him a lot here, so CatZ basically can't really do anything, and I think we're going to see a Game 7 here in just a moment. CatZ is, yeah, there's the GG. He did tell us earlier that he's a bit tired, but going into Game 7 now, all of it, everything is on the line, so we'll see who will be our victor here in Week 20, CatZ or RGN.Perfect.